Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all. Oh, hold on. Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all. And I'm back at it again with another story time. But before I get into the story time, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunts, or your snack into your main or sneaky link that you will have to call them back because Prime just dropped a new story time. Now, y'all, I know it's been a month. It's been a month, so I know y'all is feeling it, baby, because, I got a good one for you. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail, baby, we finna talk about this 8-inch ginger. Oof, baby. Baby, when I tell you this redhead was packing, baby, he was packing. And I was ready to get to snacking. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this story time, shall we? So boom, y'all. This goes all the way back to March, like the end of March. This was literally the first day me and my man opened up our relationship. We opened up our relationship. My man went out to go do what he was going to go do. And, I was on Grindr, getting him to, invite somebody over here for some fun. Okay, while my man is out doing what he's doing. So, I'm talking to a couple dudes. I'm like, damn, I got this one, and this one. Which one I'm going to choose? To be honest, I was really looking for some flavor. I'm be out love. I was looking for some, chocolate, some Latino, some Asian. I was looking for some flavor, but being out in good old Iowa in this country, baby, you really don't got a lot of that, okay? So sadly, it was slim pickings when it came to seasoning. So I had to choose one of these white boys, okay? So I'm talking to all these Caucasian men, and I'm like, okay, now we got this ginger. This ginger hit me up, y'all. This ginger, he 24 years old, of course, redhead, blue eyes, stuff like that. Just the typical ginger, but he was like skinny, girl. He was skinny, real pale. Like, real pale. And I'm like, okay, he was boring as fuck. He like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up? Just the usual grinder, back and forth, after the what's ups, boom, he sends the dick pic. I'm like, oh, damn, like, y'all, it got a curve. Like, the dick was curving. I'm like, it's going all the way to the right. Like, what? Like a little slinky slide. And, y'all know how the signs be in a motherfucking car dealer place. His dick looked like it was about to, so, boom, I'm like, okay, like, not only is it big and thick, it got a little curve to it. I'm like, and you ginger? I'm like, this is probably gonna be the closest to some flavor I'm gonna get. So, so I'm like, bet, you trying to come over? He said, okay, bet you smoke. I'm like, no, I do not smoke. He like, damn. He like, can I smoke in your place? I'm like, nah, like, you can't smoke in my place. He like, damn. I'm like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not a smoker. I don't like that weed smell. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Anyways, y'all, he's over in about 5 minutes. Like, he close, girl. He close. That's another reason why I picked him. Not only because he was ginger, but because he was close as fuck. Now, the other dude that I was talking to, he was a Latino. But the reason I ended up going with the ginger was because the Latino was like 30 miles away. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to wait on him. Then by the time he get here, my man probably gonna get here. I don't got time for that. I'm trying to do a little quickie, and boom, first day out, up relationship, I'm excited, I'm geeked, I'm ready to go. So boom, he pull up outside my apartment. He like, what number? Because usually when I send a guy my address, like, I don't give them my apartment number just in case, I don't want them to ever just not show up and then still know my apartment number. I'm like, look, once you get here, that's when I'm gonna exchange my apartment number, right? So he like, look, I'm here. I'm like, cool. Like, I see him pull up and all that. I give him my apartment number. He like, okay, give me like 5 minutes. I'm finna smoke real quick. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so, I message him back. I'm like, oh, you gotta get high that bad? Like, literally. He like, yeah, like, I always get high before, I do my hookups. I'm like, oh. He was like, well, you welcome to come outside with me or you can let me in. I'm like, no, you can go ahead and smoke. So while he taking that little 5 minutes, I'm kind of just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm already kind of just like, bitch, I should have found somebody else. Because, like, now I'm dealing with a motherfucking weed fiend. Like, he got to get high this bad. Anyways, y'all, I wait these 5 minutes. He gets up in the crib, right? He look good. I ain't gonna lie. For a ginger, y'all, Not saying gingers don't look good. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. You know, this ginger, because, you know, y'all already know the first time I did with the ginger at the bathhouse. But this ginger, y'all, he looked good. He did. He really looked. He was handsome. Like, he wasn't fine, but he was handsome. And he was tall as fuck, like 6 feet. I'm like, damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, slender. But when, you know, he came in, y'all, like, he smelled like weed. He smelled like nothing but weed. And I was kind of just like, and you know, if you don't know what weed smell like it be damn near giving off skunk. I know some people like the smell of weed. Me personally, I don't. Like, it smell like skunk to me. And the whole time I'm like, this smell like skunk. I don't know if I can get with this. Like, but you know, he started talking and baby, when I tell you that voice was deep, I was like, baby, he sounded like the dude from the Allstate. I was like, hold on. Because I'll be honest, I almost was finna decline him when he came in smelling like weed. But when he started talking, I was like, y'all, I instantly got hard. So boom, he like, you want me to take my shoes off right here? I'm like, yeah, you know, you can go ahead and leave your shoes, because, you know, I don't like shoes in my apartment. You know, I got a little rug at the entrance of my door. Go ahead and take your shoes off when you get in, okay? So, you know, he take his shoes off. We head straight to my room, because, look, I'm not trying to waste no time. You know, he's trying to chop it up and shit. And I was like, can I be honest with you real quick? He was like, yeah. I'm like, you know, me and my man just opened our relationship, you know. As you can see, I got a man. He was like, oh, okay. Because, you know, I ain't tell him over the messages, because, you know, it didn't really get that far. Like, it didn't get that far. But, you know, I got pictures of just me and my man all around my room. So, you know, before he started asking questions or thinking I'm a cheater, you know, I just wanted to let him know what it was. And, you know, that I'm trying to hurry up and get to business. That, you know, my man just left out. You know, I'm telling him this and stuff like that. He like, oh, okay. Well, cool. So, you know, he starts getting undressed. I'm like, okay, cool. So, as I'm seeing him get undressed, I'm getting undressed. Boom. We booty butt naked. So, baby, when I tell you that motherfucker was bigger in person, because during the pictures, I was kind of just like, oh, okay, like, it looked like a good, like, strong 7. It looked like a good strong 7 with that curve, but baby, in person, I'm like, oh my God, it looked way bigger. So I'm thinking, okay, this is probably like a good 9, probably almost 10 a little bit. So I'm like, how big is this? He like 8, 8.5. I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is big. So, you know, he like, oh, your man don't got a big dick like this? I'm like, let's see, this is what we not gonna do. Like, I'm not trying to talk about my man. Like, that just turned me off. I was kind of like, look, can we not, like, let's not do that, okay? He like, oh, okay, my bad. So, you know, I started giving him some time. You know, he lay in my bed. You know, I started giving him some time. I'm like, you know, using 2 hands. I'm using 2 hands. I'm like, God damn, mind you, this beautiful ginger red forest. I mean, oh my God, like, it just, y'all know I love a good bush. But seeing a bush in a different color, I was like, wow. I'm like, that bush, it just looks so beautiful. It looked like fall. Like, it was giving very much like September with that bush. I was like, oh. So, you know, I'm just mesmerized in this bush while I'm sucking on this man meat. You know, he moaning and shit. And his moans, like, don't laugh, y'all. But y'all know how I say he had a deep voice, right? So as I'm giving this ginger man some head, you know, and mesmerized with his bush, I easily break out of my trance when he started moaning and shit. Like, y'all, his moan was like high pitched as fuck. When I tell you, he was like, I was like, oh, baby, I pulled off that dick. I was like, you okay? He like, yeah, keep going. Okay. What? Girl, anyway. So I'm just trying to give this man some head, trying not to laugh. So I feel like he could sense that I was low-key like low-key about to laugh, because you could probably feel like my lips like, you know, turn into a smile, because like, y'all, it was funny as fuck. I was like, this high pitched ass moan, And you know, I'm not coming for nobody with no high-pitched moan, but like, that was just so unexpected from this deep-ass voice. So, as he senses that I'm, you know, low-key giggling at this motherfucker moan, you know, he pulls me up, he like, you know, give me a kiss. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I'm kissing him, and baby, he suck at kissing. I was like, ooh. Then he like, can I give you some head? I'm like, yeah, you can, you know, go ahead. So he gave me some head, y'all. It starts off good. It starts off good. He got the right suction power, you know, the right rhythm, all that. I'm like, okay, he's doing his big one. And then, you know, it starts to get a little too sloppy. Now, I don't know about y'all. I just don't like my top sloppy like that. I just don't like it, you know. I like it coordinated, organized, like, you know, straight to the point. Like, I don't really like my top sloppy like that. So, but he was doing a lot. And it was getting too motherfucking sloppy. I'm talking, it was like spit just all. Oh my good God. Good thing I had a towel down already on the bed prepared before he even got here. So, you know, I'm on the towel. But the towel was drenched in just his saliva alone. Mind you, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, is he really on weed? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm on weed, my mouth is dry as fuck. Why the fuck is your mouth an oasis right now? Like, but not the good kind. It's just hella wet. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So at this point, it's really no friction. It's just sloshing. Just goldfish head. I'm like, oh my goodness. So now I'm kind of just looking up at the ceiling like, oh my God, what am I doing? Then I'm looking at me and my man picture on the wall, and I'm kind of like, damn, is this shit even worth it? You know, I'm over here having regrets on the first day. Anyways, this man proceeds to get off my meat, and Spider-Man jumps on the bed while I'm laying on the bed. Spider-Man jumps and tries to insert my meat inside him. I'm like, whoa. He like, what? I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for top. And he like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. It's not a good time for me to top. Because honestly, for me, I just wasn't in that mindset at the time. So I just was like, I'm just more of in a side position mood. I just want to get some head. He like, well, can we at least try it? I'm like, you got a condom? He like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, get that condom out my drawer. Because, you know, we had like 2 condoms in the drawer. That's never got used. Because, you know, me and Nate don't be using no goddamn condoms. Anyway, he grabs one of the condoms. Puts it on. No, we had 3 at the time. So then it turned into 2. Right. So then he puts it on. Puts it on me. He puts it on me for me. Then he proceeds to try to put me in. And y'all like, my dick just would not stay hard. Like, it kept falling out. And he like, you okay? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I gotta be in the mindset for this. Like, I was having like, you know, erectile dysfunction. I'm like, shit, I can't fuck you. I'm like, this is getting to be too much. So he kind of just like, you want to stop? And I'm like, yeah, I want to stop. So he gets up. He's like, damn, you want to smoke? And I'm like, I already told you I don't smoke. So he's like, I guess I should be leaving then. I'm like, yeah. So girl, at this point I'm blue. I'm like, this is the first day out. First link up, gone bad. Like, what the fuck? So he putting on his clothes. I'm putting on my clothes. He talking about, so he see my console on my dresser. He like, oh, you play video games? He like, what games you play? So now we talking about goddamn video games. And I'm kind of just like, ugh, I'm trying to get this man up out of here. So, get dressed, head in my living room. He's still talking about games and shit. I'm like, yeah, you know, I play this, that, and third, boom, 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 boom. And like, oh, well, you know, add me. You know, what's your gamer tag? I'm like, no, tell me your gamer tag and I'll add you. So, tell me his gamer tag. Boom, he leaves, right? You know, me and him meshes back and forth on Grindr just a little bit more. And then we just eventually stopped messaging each other. It was kind of just like one of those things where, like, neither one of us, like, blocked each other, but we just, you know, we just stopped talking. But yeah, y'all, that was my, you know, ginger experience. You know what I'm saying? You know, the first time, I feel like the first time I dealt with my ginger, it was better, you know. It was better, you know. I just, honestly, if I was in a mindset to top, that probably would have been a good idea, but like, I just wasn't ready, y'all. But anyway, that concludes this story time, baby. If you made it through this whole video, baby, I love you. And make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I'll catch you on another prime time. And we out.